Kinaya. I'm a communications and media studies major with a minor in creative and professional writing. I'm the arts and culture editor for The Voice and the assistant studio manager for Bronco TV.
That's good stuff. You got a long list. That's good.
It gets longer.
I know that's right.
These are the ones that matter today. But I have a few questions for you, not to take up too much of your day, but we're very excited to see you here at Fayetteville State University.
Definitely. Glad to be home, you know what I'm saying? To come home, spend some time with family and friends, and just to be back at Fayetteville State, you know, with this rich history, man. So, definitely.
But speaking of Fayetteville State, reflecting your time here at this university, how do you believe it equipped you with the skills and mindset necessary to thrive as a renowned comedian, actor, and a businessman in your career today?
From the moment I stepped on this campus, well, I've been on this campus since 1989.
Oh.
Yeah, I first graduated here in 1989 at Fayetteville State Early College.
Oh.
My mom taught here for 34 and a half years. So I pretty much knew like every professor, every teacher, every faculty and staff, custodian, all the way down to the people who pick up trash. Like everybody's known me since a kid. So it's pretty much me being here at Fayetteville State. It's like a home away from home, my second home, because so many people have sold into my life. Like when my mom was teaching biology and zoology, but she couldn't always take care of me, like couldn't pick me up and do this, so I would have like Miss Rosado, which was the secretary, or I would have Miss Wanda Kendricks, who also was a teacher, to come take me to McDonald's to get something to eat, or just take me home, babysit me. So it was a community.
Right.
So you know, as a kid, they say it takes a village to raise a child. So pretty much that's what it was for me here at Fayetteville State. This was my village. This would help make me into and mold me into the man I am today, the young king of comedy that's coming up in this game, and I'm just grateful for Fayetteville State.
Yeah, no, that's cool, especially someone going to HBCU. I used to go to Georgia State, and everyone's like, well, why would you come to Fayetteville State University? And a lot of people think that being at HBCUs, you're not going to get the same connections with networking. You're not really going to go as far. But to see that you have taken your education from HBCU and have made it into a prominent career now, as a successful actor, comedian, working with anybody in any given industry, which leads me to my next question is, could you share the story of how you got involved in the hip hop story and what compelled you to be a part of it?
Hip hop story. Well, you know, a hip hop story was written and created by another FSU graduate, Affion Crockett. And me and Affion, I had been on the road with Affion for like the past 2 years. I'm the host and the opener for his tour, his comedy tour. And we've been on the road just talking back and forth, throwing ideas. And Affion had pretty much told me, man, he had a project he had been working on since like 2008. And he thinks he has pretty much that go-getter right now. So I was like, all right, it's cool. He's like, I got a part for you. And I don't even want you to even have to go through the auditions. I've already talked to the people. They already know you coming, blah, blah, blah. Because you gotta think with so many A-list celebrities that was actually in the project. And so for him to actually uplift me, like I said, a brother that came from this same village that I came from, you know what I mean, to reach back, uplift me and put me on, which was a true blessing. Like I said, I had been on the road, so, you know, in comedy, you have your ups and downs. You know what I mean? And like I said, he's been a big brother to me. Cause he's been in the game since 1998. You know what I mean? And for the past, since he was 21 years old, he's just turned 50 last year, because it was at his birthday party in October. That's 29 years worth of packaging a hip hop story. You know, every character that he played over 12 characters. So he's been doing these characters because his sister, let's talk about this village, and me and his sister Daniela, we went to school here at Fayetteville State together. You know what I mean? So his sister also graduated from Fayetteville State. So in my tenure here at Fayetteville State, we went to school here together. So she knew, yo, big bro, he's next. He got next. He's the man on the yard. Everybody loves him. He hosts all the events. He does everything. He got next, Affion. So he's been knowing about me since kind of like a little puppy on the yard. And also in the same village, you have Miss Juanette Council, who we call my council. My council was the one. It was my council, Regina Locust, and Dr. Dean Hatley were the ones who actually put the microphone in my hand within the same village. I was a football star. I played football here at Fayetteville State. Played football at Ezekiel Ezra Smith, E.E. Smith High School up the street. So that was my ultimate goal, was football, was make it to the National Football League. Until God was like, you know what? I gave you this gift from a child.
Right.
Either you're gonna use it, I'm gonna take it from you.
Right.
So I had to tap in and I used it.
Right.
And they saw that gift within me, and that village handed me the microphone. So that's what helped me get to Afion. In a sense was also Miss Council saying, look, he has next, Ace.
Right.
You know, he's up next. Just take a look at him. You know, you had to go through the process of everything. Like nothing is given. When I first moved to LA, in 2015, I called Afion. I said, yo, big bro, I just made it out here, you know what I'm saying, to LA.
Right.
He was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, I'm glad you made it safe. You know what I mean, big bro, get to work. You know, if you ever fall on hard times, just call me. We'll figure out a way to help you get back home. Most people take that, you know what I mean, like, dang, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we ain't gonna, I'm from Fayetteville.
Right.
You know what I mean? We gonna put 10 toes in the dirt. We just gonna get it on our own no matter what.
Right.
But I'm also gonna show you that I don't need a hand now.
Right.
I'm gonna put this work in. And I put my work in since 2010 to get into a hip hop story.
Right.
So I've been building this over time. So this is nothing really like overnight. So to answer your question, it's been going since 2010. Me perfecting my craft, me steady taking the no's, and finally getting a yes. And just grateful for that yes.
So basically, Kobe's theory of you, or President Jordan, is you have to take 100 shots before you get that, yeah.
Definitely Michael Jordan, yes.
Yeah, definitely Jordan.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. So I've taken some of these shots. I've taken, I wouldn't call them losses. So many people say when you take L's, you take losses. I would call them learning lessons.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot of lessons within these no's and me, you know what I mean, going through the struggles of an entertainment world. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't always been peachy cream, but it's been a blessing along through the journey. But this village where we sit out here today has been, you know what I mean, like this is home base. You know, you can always come home, regroup, and say, okay, get the love, the nourishment that you need, that vibrant love. Now I can go back out into the world. Because I travel so much, you know. Like I said, I was on the road with Afion. We was, 22 cities that we did, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So you gotta think we all over the country, all over the place, you know what I mean? So it's to come home and to do this for your family, your village, you know what I mean? It means so much more. Yeah.
And speaking of that, I'm hearing that you really have a niche for networking, and that's like the biggest thing that everyone tells us, like in college. So if you were to give any advice to an up-and-coming artist or just anyone that's just trying to get into their career, how do you network effectively? Because I also read that you were at a furniture store and Kevin State's brother just so happened to be there, recorded you, and he sent it to Kevin, and Kevin loved it, and both of you guys had experience in Fayetteville and now have both prominent careers on your own. So how do you think like networking is done correctly?
Networking, you know, the key to networking is opening your mouth.
Right.
And the moment that you open your mouth, that's the moment that the next person sitting across from you will be like, you know what? I think I might want to deal with this person.
Right.
I like their tone. It's the tone of how you sit down.
Right.
When you like, look, we can help any and everybody. That's what God put us on here on earth to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you come into it with that shell and that hardcore, like, man, you know, like you know everything, and you know what I mean? Like,
It's not going.
I've been living in Los Angeles, California for 8 years.
Right.
Everybody in Los Angeles will tell you it takes 10 years to get on any major project. We talk about the Fayetteville State story. You brought it up, so let's talk about it.
Yeah.
The reason I got on so quick is because of my networking tools. Because guess what? A friend of mine in this same village that we're sitting here today, DeAndre Peterson, black-owned business, opened up a mattress shop here in Fayetteville. So my friend went to school with me.
Right.
He went to Terrace Temple High School, graduate.
Okay.
DeAndre opened up this shop. And DeAndre was just in there just trying to work to get these mattresses off. He had a couple of friends that was helping him try to work too. They backed off. It was just him and another guy working, Adrian. I came in, I said, you know what? I'm not trying to get paid.
Right.
I want to help my friend.
Right.
Genuinely, this is my friend. I want to see him win.
Right.
Whatever I can do to help you. So it was a white couple come in an all-black store. They sitting there. Nobody's talking to them.
Went up there.
God say, ding, ding, ding. This is your time. I go over there, we get to chit-chat, and they laugh, and they laying across beds. They having a good time. White lady almost in tears. So I see a guy come in, has his camera, and he's recording. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I know this ain't the feds and nobody. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? I'm finna get up out of here. So I tell Dravo, like, yo, dude here with the camera, like, I'm gone. You know what I mean? He's like, bro, what's going on? I'm gone. So I leave. DeAndre calls me back later, like, look, this guy, his brother is Kev on Stage, and he works for All Dev Digital, which is up under Def Jam, which is up under Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons, who owns all of the companies, he wants to talk to you. He's like, yo, I told him that you was finna move out to LA because it was homecoming time. So November the 1st, 2015 is when my first day in LA. Homecoming was just that weekend prior.
Right.
And Afion was just here at homecoming as the grand bosses for homecoming. So that's how God tied all that together in this one big village. So I seen him, I did the good deed. So I said, I know something will come up good up out of this. So later that night, Dre was like, I want you to go with me. We're gonna do the delivery. So we go do the delivery. We pull up on Jason. He shows me the video. He gets me in contact with his brother. He says, take this number. When you get out there, my brother already know you coming. As soon as I get there November the 1st, I'm at the airport. I call Kev. Kev says, look, we're gonna get you on set soon. I don't know what soon means.
That could be tomorrow, that could be next week.
It could be 2 months from now. You know what I'm saying? Now, knowing he calls me November the 5th, are you available to be on set? They send me the call sheet. It's my first time ever getting a call sheet. Country boy out in LA. I walked a mile and a half just to get to the address because I didn't know how to get around. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be late. Because to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. And to be late is just pretty much unacceptable.
In a military town.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like mentally you think of that. It's like, okay, I got to be on time. So what happened was I got there 2 hours prior to my call time. In the address that we got to, it was this big house. And the sketch for the day was, can black people really swim?
I saw that sketch, that's one.
And it hit 3.5 million real quick. But guess what? Whose house are we at? Russell Simmons' house. I never knew this was Russell Simmons' house the whole time. I'm just thinking I'm going to sit. So I got into All Dev Digital through Kevin on Stage. Like I told you, they said it takes 10 years. I was on within 6 days. So got kind of complacent, started feeling myself. I was moving around. Like I said, God takes you through the valleys. But I had to get back out there on my own. COVID happens. Everything shuts down. How you gonna survive in Los Angeles? So I gotta get back on the road, do my comedy, because you can't go to these offices, can't do anything. Fast, rewind a little bit. Just told you, Afion had just when I called him, he was just like, look, whenever you fall on hard times, God is already blessing me now. My clock is already started. I'm making it happen in Los Angeles, already on my own. Fast forward to July of 2016, Uncle Russ, we in the office, Uncle Russ like, look, I got some tickets. We're gonna go over to the premiere to Central Intelligence with The Rock and Kevin Hart. So, all right, cool, let's do that. Get over on the red carpet. 3 people behind me. Who do I see? Afion Crockett. So he's seeing me have motion. That's all he needed to see from me. I needed to see you come out here and really get it in yourself. Make your own motion. Put your own work in. I'm from E.E. Smith. We always been putting work in. You know what I'm saying? We the second oldest historical black high school in the state of North Carolina. That's a lot of rich history, and from 1927 over there across the street at Ezekiel Ezra Smith. So I've been knowing where I come from and knowing where I needed to get to. I know I've been putting in work for years. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I played football here in Cumberland County, my senior year I led Cumberland County in tackles as a senior. That means that was an accomplishment to me, because one of my closest friends, my best friend Jeremy, he was second, right behind me. That means we both were competing against each other to try to be the best, not just in life, but for our team, because it's a village. It all goes back to the village. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? His mom helped raise me. Other teammate moms helped raise me. You know what I'm saying? Like really, this whole community of Broaddale, from Ramsey Street to Rose Hill to Murchison Road, helped mold me to be the comic and the comedian I am, because it's the only place I've been, you know what I mean, my whole life. You know what I mean, right here.
So speaking of like full circle and reaching back and everything, so what initiatives are you having now to make sure you're helping, others come up, or what do you plan to do in the future to also keep that full circle, that village going in a time where I feel like the village has kind of dissolved? Actually,
this is what I've been doing. I was coaching football back in 2012, Little League football here in Cumberland County. And a lot of those players that I was coaching, I still help to this day. They still call me Coach Danny. No matter what I'm doing in life, just Coach Danny. They calling me, some graduated college already, some stopped, and some went back to school. I'm still molding and say, look, keep going. see it through.
Right.
You only face when other men have already met before you. Everybody goes through hard times. But just get back in there.
Right.
Get that paperwork. You know, what else you gonna have to fall back on? So it's staying. You're not just hearing from mom and dad, but you're hearing from a coach that coached you at 9 and 10, 11 and 12 years old, and now you're standing at almost 20, 22. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
You're in that age bracket now, where you're a young man where these same cops are pointed at you because you look just like me now. You know what I mean? You look of age, you have a beard. So I still have to teach you. So I've still been molding these same kids. My barber, his son, her son, E. Smith graduate. Both his sons up right now over at North Carolina Central University. Still be on the phone with them. Still be molding them. Still be uplifting them. So I'm still behind closed doors doing it. Right. But I feel like now I'm at the point in my career where I need to come from behind the doors and start really showing the community, like, look, this is what we've been doing. This is how we've been helping people. Because, you know, I walk up and down the Merck 24/7. I just walked over here, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, it's home. You know what I mean? Most people feel like they're scared to do that.
I don't get it. Everybody made me feel scared about it. I was like, I don't get it.
We are a loving community. This community here is loving. You know what I'm saying? Like, from Mount Sinai all up to Shaw Road, it's like where I grew up. All up and down. I don't walk from Shaw Road all the way down to Mount Sinai, and off of Mount Sinai all the way downtown, all the way down to Grovey Terrace. I don't walk all the way down there. I don't walk all the way down to Cedar Creek Road to go down into the studio. Like, I'm a walker, you know what I mean? Yeah. I got a car, I like it.
You were made for LA.
You know what I'm saying? I was made for LA. You know what I mean? So many people even in LA, like, bro, you got a car, you don't want to drive? Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's why I still maybe look young, because I like to, that's my workout. You know what I'm saying? Right. So many people have ways of working. Some people like going to the gym 24/7. You know what I mean? I'm going to go put up 340 some pounds and just lift it. Like, no, bro, that ain't me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go walk and get my win that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been me. You know what I mean? Like, I walked over to the Rose Hill last night. One of my friends was like, man, we came pick you up, man. It was only like a 3-minute drive. It took you 30 minutes to get over here. I was like, because I needed that peace. You know what I mean? That peace of mind.
And you
know what I'm saying?
The journey. You know, it takes time.
It takes time.
Today, right
and
now.
Honestly, that takes you into a point where it's just you and God.
That's good.
Let's get this clarity.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we get in the car, turn the music on, play with the phone, looking out the window. Like, nah, we got there walking. You may be talking to yourself. No, that's you and the man upstairs. Because guess what? He giving you that next step, that next mission. Okay, you thought you was finna go over there. Finna send you over here.
So speaking of, I'm hearing that you have a really close tie with God and your religion. And so in this day and age where I feel like people are still trying to figure that out, especially for young communities, what is your advice about hearing from God personally? Like, how do you think you've heard from God through your life and how you knew it was from Him?
When I was at my lowest, He found me.
Right.
Living in LA, like I said, ain't been peachy cream. I've had days where I got up and had 2 boiled eggs. Let's be transparent.
Right.
There's no need to come in here and just giving y'all some fake talk.
Right.
I've always been 100%.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've had days where I got had a piece of toast with a half a piece of butter on it. And went next door to the neighbor, knocked on him, like, bro, I know you got some peanut butter still left over here. Right. Like, bro, you down too?
Right.
Yeah, but the next person next door to me down too. Because rent is, for this room right here, it's $1,800.
Crazy.
You got it?
Right.
Because they coming on the 1st. And I'm still trying to get these auditions.
Right.
And I still got to take care of my 2 kids. I still got to make sure they eat.
Right.
Still sending them a little money on cash up here and there. You know, Dad did this, they're all through today. Right. So mentally, I knew that.
Right.
And I had to get reconnected. Because I grew up from a child in the church. Mama had you there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, man, look here.
There's gotta be something.
I'm about tired now, you know what I mean? Like, it gotta be more than just chicken now. Don't bring no more leftover chicken from the church now, you know what I mean? Boy, but I was like, you know what? Just growing up in it. It was another village out in Broadway, North Carolina. I grew up at Cameron Grove Amy Zion Church in Broadway, North Carolina. That's where my mom is from. That's my grandma who raised me. That's why I got most of my upbringing. So I call myself a country city boy. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in the country, but I also was raised in
the city.
Right here in the city on these streets. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that church down there in Broadway. It was a small church. Small like community, and everybody in the church, we just call each other family. Even if you weren't related, if I could see you in Raleigh or Chapel Hill or Charlottesville, oh, they go cousin, right? They're my cousin because we are from the church. You know what I mean? So we help mold each other. So just growing up in that community and knowing, okay, this is what I had from a child. Now I'm over here as an adult. What if I wouldn't have had that? Would I have been one of these homeless people out here living in these tents? Because when I moved in 2015, it was 26,000 homeless people living in LA County.
Right.
That's what y'all got on paper.
Right.
That's what you got on paper. You say 26,000 people on paper, it could be more.
Right.
Everybody's not accounted for. You know what I'm saying? So that pretty much tugged at my heart like, okay, are you really ready for this?
Right.
This is a true battle. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not built for this. I just had a friend tell me the other day, he was like, yo, the reason I ain't want to do comedy because I'm not built for the first stage of homelessness. That's the first stage.
You have to go low before you go.
Yeah, y'all don't know me. You got to get to know me.
Right.
I just can't come out here on stage and be like, okay, start laughing. No, we got to get comfortable. So I had to make people comfortable since 2010 until 2024 with Danny's comedy. Yeah, of course I'm a natural on stage. People always have said it, but always compared me to a Jay-Z of comedy. I done seen a write-up, oh, he's like the Jay-Z of comedy of the South. Because I'm so like just witty, just I've been called a mixture of a Mike Epps and a Steve Harvey at the same time. I was like, oh, that's a wild comparison, you know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing certain write-ups like that, but I was like, wow, the comparison of Mike Epps, I did see that because we like quick off the head with it, you know what I mean? Like, just do wild stuff, you know what I mean? Like, but that just always been my style, you know what I mean? Of always bringing joy to somebody else's day. Like since 2010, I've been doing comedy, but I've been on and off the road, you know what I mean? Like having to do contract jobs. Like I go out on the road, I work 84 hours a week. You know what I mean? That's 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. A lot of people don't even know that about me, you know what I mean? Like I say, there's a lot of stuff that I do behind closed doors that I try to keep hidden because people just see the journey.
Right.
You don't see the bumps in the roads and you done got derailed and now I got to get back on track. You know what I mean? That's what's taking me so long. Because I had the opportunities to be on Wild 'N Outs. I did had the Wild 'N Out auditions, messed it up on my own personal reasons. Because I went in there not with God at the forefront.
Right. Yeah.
I went in there with anger because I was a situation I was dealing with on a personal level and I brought it in there. That's why I say sometimes you got to get the clarity before. So I pray anytime before I even go on stage.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4. They pay to come see Danny. These tickets be $40, $60. Some people pay 200 to 300 VIPs in the front. You want the best.
Right.
You don't want no upset Danny coming out here because him and the baby mama done got into a little argument or him and a friend done got into an argument over here. No. We don't worry about it.
No. I don't care.
I've been at work all day messing with these folks. I come down here to give me a good comedy show. You know what I mean? So, God, whatever you see fit.
Right. Speak through.
Speak through me. Use me as your vessel. Let's get to work.
Right.
And we go out here and that's what we do. When we come out, people are crying, laughing, tears. Oh my God, you made my day. Not knowing y'all really just made my day.
Right. You never know.
So it's a whole cycle, a whole village. You know what I mean? Like for me to go out there, like I said, and bring joy to your day. Not knowing y'all not really knowing the personal battles I deal with. Just seeing you smile and laugh. Oh, it just uplifted me.
Right.
So I keep going. That's what keeps me elevated. And that's that connection with the man upstairs.
And I'm glad that you're very vocal about that a lot in this day and age. Now, another thing that I like is that, you know, you're working not solely using the internet, and a lot of people think like with Instagram comedians,
Right.
It's like that's it, and just because you're a pop, you get a couple of views, you're automatically funny, and all these other things. So how have you navigated being this digital world of comedy and dealing and competing with these people who feel as if like, I have a couple of views, I'm automatically funny, but you've been here when you didn't really have that like tool. So how have you been navigating this digital world?
It's funny because me and Afion now, a lot of comics in LA talk about this all the time. It's kind of like when I played football, like the what ifs. What if back when I was playing football here at Fayetteville State, we had NIL deals.
Right.
See, everything is upgraded. Everything in life elevates. You just got to jump on board with it.
Right.
If you don't jump on board with it, you're going to be just how my parents and other old school people are, still stuck in the 80s and the 90s.
Right.
You got to, when that ladder's going up, if you don't jump on, I'm telling you, you'll be left behind. You'll still be dressing with starched jeans like we was in the 90s. Nah, these kids, we were just at the mall yesterday. She was teaching me certain ways of new styles. Like you have to get with, because this is you guys' time now.
Right.
Because when it was my generation, we were saying the same thing about the old heads. Like, man, come on, man, it's our time. Let us live. Let us do it. This is you guys' time.
Right.
We have to get on board.
Right.
So I had to understand like this new wave of comedy. I started getting into YouTube videos and they was going viral. I think the biggest one was 18 mil. Had one on Facebook that hit 20 mil. Couple 5 mil, 600Ks, you know what I mean? And when I started seeing, I'm like, okay, I got a little traction. So when I go into communities, no matter where I'm at in the United States, people are like, oh, you the one from the Big Job videos, or that's Danny Ragland. It first started off as the bearded guy. Now it's Danny Rag. So I saw the elevation of just the internet comedy. You know what I mean? How it can really get your name out when it just goes from being the guy with the beard, he's the funniest one, or the guy with the beard. Who's the guy with the beard? He needs to be in more. The guy with the beard to, oh, Danny, or Danny Rags. I'm like, okay, Danny Rag. I'm starting to see now more Danny Rags. What you want? You want more? Okay, this what the Desi's are doing. Like, I love Desi. Man, I was just talking about him to my homeboys at the house. Like, he has a video. Not to get off, he has a video. My favorite one was one where he was riding in a Monte Carlo, a white Monte Carlo. He was flying up the road, and he jumps out. He jumps on the back of the trunk, and he's sliding off, and it's like vibrating. Oh, like, and his homeboy gets out, slaps the head, and it was the way they shot it. It looked like it's like some motion pictures type stuff. Like, yo, you could tell he puts his all into these videos, and his homeboy like, this PPP money, this PPP money, and it was so funny. Like all the messages that he puts through his work. Like Lou Young, I love Lou. Lou used to play football in the NFL, but to see him do these videos, a guy like Lou reminds me of myself. Somebody, an ex-football player who's always funny on the team, making everybody laugh. Even Spice, my frat brother, Spice, me and Spice have done shows together. Like, Spice is like that too, but Spice he's a good editor. So that's the other catch to being a good internet comedian. You gotta know how to edit stuff. Right. You gotta know how to play with this, because this is the biggest tool
you have right now
to anybody's life. Anybody's life. If you don't have one of these,
why try?
It's like not even having a house in a sense. Yeah. Because most people, they live and die through their phone. Right now, if you get up and you walk out here and you leave your phone in here, you're miserable. You're trying to figure out how to get back to it. AT&T the other day had y'all in the chokehold. I was like, come on home to T-Mobile, even though they high, just come on home. I just left T-Mobile. That was what made me mad. Because they high. Listen. They high. You know what I mean? I called T-Mobile. I'm like, come on, man, just press me back by 2 more days, man. I got 200 for you in about 2 days. The bill be like 1,000. I'm like, how does the bill keep growing? This is crazy. T-Mobile bill just growing.
And AT&T does also maybe because they said you only get $5 off.
It's got to be a whole other company or something that we got to start one. We need to know. Because I thought it was just me. I'm like, why does my bill go from saying 300 to 800? Where did the extra 500 come from?
And you're not getting it from me. Get somebody else.
That's what I said. I was like, you know what? That's what I told her. I said, you gonna keep stretching me out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put a little something on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's me.
And speaking of comedians you've worked with, and working with All Deaf Digital, how did the experience you learned with working with several comedians elevate your craft and hone your craft a little bit?
Because working with comics, you roll stuff off each other. You rolling material, rolling ideas. You know what I mean? I may throw something out and be like, bro, I'm finna, what you think about this? Right. Just to see, you know what I mean, if it's a catch. Right. You know what I mean? If it's not, like, I throw it back in my pocket. They don't like that, I go rewrite something else. You know what I mean? Or they may do the same thing. I'm like, nah, bro, that's hot right there, though. Oh, man, that might be weak. You know what I mean? So we always pulling in each other's brain because we want to make sure that we putting out the best product. I don't want to not just see you win. I want you to win with me. Right. You in the room. Right. So let's win together. You made it to the room. Right. You know what I mean? So that's all of our mentalities out there. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, why would you see a person struggle? Right. Constantly struggling in the game, and you can teach them and say, man, rewrite your joke this way. Right. Add this in. Do your eyes like this when you say, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? Add in something. Right. You know what I mean? Instead of just, yeah, man, and you know, we went up there to the park. It was 3 of us, and you guys think about that, you know? Now it's, hey man, we went to the park, man. It was like 3 of us, man. I seen like 2 girls on it. Oh God, you add in whatever you want to add in, but just make it your own. Right. If you can build it as your own, whatever you got going on in life, take it and mold it and build it as your own. That's really the true message that we give each other. You know what I mean? And I'm going to help you in any way possible get to the next level. It's like with Cat Williams' situation.
I was just gonna ask, like, with that situation, a lot of people have been this debate of, is there such thing as stealing jokes in the comedy world?
It is. But it is. But one thing I like to tell people too, everything that you've seen here in life has been done before.
Right.
Ain't nothing new up under the sun.
Exactly.
We not God's first creations that he just dropped here.
Right. You all live the same life, really.
My grandma died at the age of 103. Ooh. She was born in 1916. Mm-hmm. She died in 2019. So that means when I had to sit back and I was reading the obituary, I love numbers. I'm like, Granny lived through the 20s, the 30s, the 40s,
she was there the whole time.
the 50s, the 60s. So no wonder in 2008, I'm seeing her sit in the house cry. I'm like, Granny, I ain't never seen you cry for. What you crying for? So and I'm just so grateful. They got old Barack up here, and I ain't never seen a black man in the White House. Mm-hmm. I'm just so grateful. I'm like, you know, to us, it's like, man, we happy. We was like, man, shoot, I'm back out in the streets. You know what I mean? Like, man,
I'm ready to cry, but it was dope.
But Granny lived through the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s when it was segregation, all this. I'm like, you might have seen Martin before. You know, I don't know. you might have talked to Rose on the turn phone. I don't know. So it was like mentally thinking. It's like, wow. Yeah. Nothing has changed.
At all.
So what Kat was saying, everybody has been doing these same jokes for years. It's just like when I write something verbatim and you go do it verbatim, that means you've what? That's like that's copyright. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's academic integrity, like on our level. Like,
you feel me? So like, yeah. So that's what Kat pretty much was saying in a nutshell. It was like, yo, I did this joke. You came right, not even 3 years later, and did the same exact joke. But you thought you didn't think I was gonna blow up. You didn't think I was gonna be nothing.
Right.
Cause Cat was really just a regular comic on BET Comic View. You know what I mean, coming in. But he did have some accolades at the time, but he wasn't as large as what he is now until he got into Friday at the Next.
Right.
And that's what took Cat over the top. You know, like little Funny Mike, and he's been in. But Cat is a genius. Like I've been around Cat numerous of days, and I've seen him bless people, like he said. Yeah. I've seen him send girls down there, hand them some money. You know what I mean, to the person, the comic that was on stage. He's that type of. You don't get that. You don't get comics like that. Not too many headliners in LA that's doing that.
Reaching back and having
reaching back, yes.
Yeah.
They're not doing that. So I commend him. I commend the Afions. I commend the Martin Lawrences who reached back out. Like I said, Uncle Russ has always been that person before he took off the Bali. Like I always can go by his office. We had like a special connection, you know what I'm saying? Like
you ever did yoga too?
Yeah, like we were just real cool, man, cause it was me and Unc's relationship started off of me being in the office one day and me saying that I'm from the South. And we had a little heated argument where we was going back and forth. He was like, little nigga, that ain't the South. You know what I'm saying? You from the East Coast. I'm like, no, that's the South. North Carolina's the South. Like, bro, you're not gonna tell me where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna stand on mine.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody else can be timid, but nah.
Two different cultures.
I'm from North Carolina, I said I'm from the South. That's where we from. So we in the office. Get to the office. You know, I go into the office, we just sit there talking. So, you know, he pulls it up on the map. I'm like, bruh, I said from New York all the way down to Miami, that's the East Coast.
Right.
What are we talking?
Two different cultures.
Two different cultures, you know what I'm saying? Like, you from New York. So we started laughing, we went and sat down. That was my first time having like vegan food. So he took me to lunch, we sat down, we had vegan food. I couldn't take it. I had some guacamole. Couldn't take it, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, country boy, I done grew up on all grease, collard green, that bone candy, yams, you know what I mean? My grandma used to give me a ham hock for breakfast, you know what I mean? Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? I get on the lightheaded, like, get at the bus stop.
Fuller's is down the street, you got me.
You feel me? Fuller's. Man, we used to have Vicks down here. Man, when I was a little kid, we used to go down to get Vicks, and you get a whole collard.
Ooh.
You get a whole collard. Right. Either they chop it up for you,
right.
or they give you the whole collard, man. Right here off the corner of Hillsborough and the Merc right there. Man, that's it. Man, them memories right there. I didn't want to get out such good. You talking about Vicks. Woo, that was some good food. Nah, but we became so cool. off that very moment, sat down, he got a chance to know who I am, learn who I was. You know what I mean? Young kid from Fayetteville, knowing the ties that I had to Afion. He was like, oh, I know Afion. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been loving Afion since the jump. You know what I mean? Because Afion had been doing the voiceovers of Russell for years and impersonations and everything. So to build that relationship with Uncle Russ, like I said, and then for him to take me to all of these premieres. You know, the reason I went to the BET Awards was because of Uncle Russ.
Right.
The only reason I was at the Oscars and the Grammys was because of Uncle Russ. Oh, they getting it in over there. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to hold it up. Damn, somebody tussling. Is that Cam Newton in there?
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah. Calm down, Cam. You know what I mean? Oh. But just to mentally know, like, he took me and showed me all the stages of Los Angeles before it really was my time. I want to show you where you're going to be at.
Right. Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. This is where you're going to be at. You're going to walk this red carpet one day. And you're going to be invited. Not just off of my ticket, but you're going to be invited with your own name on it.
I would say you had a nice suit at your premiere.
You feel me? It was nice. I feel like I was like a black John Wick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it gave.
You know what I'm saying? All black out everything. You know what I'm saying? I've always been like that though. People, black is like one of my favorite colors. You know what I'm saying?
You can't go wrong with black.
You can't go wrong black. You know what I'm saying? Black, purple, and blue. My top three colors, man. Because I feel like you put that black on it, so like presidential. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something about all black. I don't care what you put on and all black.
It's automatically clean.
It's automatically clean. You know what I'm saying? Like from the head to the toe, the shoes, socks, drawers, everything was black. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of like cultures, how is it having to portray? I think you played Eric B.
Yeah.
Playing Jam Master Jay from Running C, battle rapping, all this
Busy
stuff. So how was
Beans,
it to portray people who grew up in the North and you're from the South, and also make sure that you're respecting their legacies and make sure that people understand the true essence of their stories?
Man, it was cool, to be honest with you, because when I was given the script, I went home and I immediately was like, this thing is long, so let me go to my part where my name is at, so I can get, because I always read the whole script from top to bottom, but I got to read my part first so I can get comfortable with the lines. So by the time I do read all the way through and get to my lines, I already know what I'm finna.
How to jump in.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The character that you got to jump into. And I was like, oh, okay. And then you go and read, okay, who's Busy Bean? You know what I mean? Is he a charismatic guy type of rapper? Is he a cool, laid back type of rapper? I break down the whole character. You know what I mean? So when I broke down Jam Master Jay, I was like, okay, how does he move? You know what I'm saying? Back in the day,
it was the hands.
It was the hands and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they was always, you know what I'm saying? Like, So I had to put it into my mind, get up in the morning, like, yo, I'm talking to the homeboys, you know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I can't wait to come to the house. We gon' Friday, you know what I mean? Cause that's how they beats was back in the day. You know what I mean? Frying in the chicken, put it in the pot, grease to the side, and So I had to I started doing that, you know what I mean? And then it was like, with Eric, that was just too easy. I had grew up watching him, you know what I mean? But the Busy Bean character was more of a character that I knew I had to really dig into because in the peak of when hip hop was first getting started, he was the top dog in New York. A lot of people because you never heard of him. Because after Kool Moe Dee, he fell into just being a DJ. Because back then he thought he was starting hip hop with just some basic rhymes.
But you had to say kid.
So when you saw the movie, it was me going against Kool Moe Dee, but we had switched the names and stuff. But that was really Kool Moe Dee is really like an artist, like he was really like that. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day in New York. So for him to get on stage and to go against Busy Bean to let people in New York know like that was part of culture, part of the history. You know, that was nothing. There was a lot of people like, man, y'all killed that. But that was really like a real part of history. You know what I mean? For him walking his way into hip hop. You know what I mean? Him being on stage. So with the Busy Bean, I was like, okay, I know I gotta not gonna win this battle. So I already know going into it, it's not a battle you're gonna win. But guess what? I'm gonna still put my all into it like I'm fin to win.
Because like I said at the movie fair, I was like, he kind of had the better stage presence to me. Like you won as far as like in the fans' hearts to me. But like, you know,
that part,
your character had to lose.
Like I told you, so I had to break down. It's like playing football. When I was playing football, I was watching film. I played defensive back. and I got to go into the film room. I may stay a little while because I want to watch all the wide receivers. I want to say, okay, on run plays, do these wide receivers block? Who blocks and who doesn't block as a wide receiver? Just don't be selfish.
Right.
Because I know when it's going to be a pass play, because I know in pass plays, you going out because you want the ball.
Right.
But when it's time for your teammate to get the ball as a running back, will you block for him?
Right.
I'm watching it. I'm watching you. So I knew I'm breaking down, while I broke down football film, I broke down the same film as characters. Okay, I know he's going to lose his battle, but I don't care. I'm going to go out on top losing. You know what I mean? You're going to know that Busy was here. You know
I'm not a loser. He's a loser.
That part. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was my whole goal, was to put in it's funny because, I don't know if it's a Fayetteville thing. They said it about Afion too. Like, yo, Russell Simmons spoke highly just here online and was like, yo, he has an unbelievable work ethic. Charlie Mack said the same thing. You know, Charlie Mack is the one who put Will Smith on with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Right, yeah.
Found Kevin Hart because that's a Philly native. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows Uncle Charlie. You know, and so for them to talk that highly of him, that means it all started here in this village. Right here in Fayetteville State, because this is what we know. You was getting a lot of no's. You know, you got to go through your peers, and we got to figure out, okay, like, you know what I mean? Because your friends will let you know, like, nah, bro, that ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Try something else. But it was to the point where they kept, like, forcing the microphone at me. And I was the one, like, nah, man.
Look, I went back and saw the little comedy show,
the
step show that you did, and all of that. Like, you were always a quite natural. But I also had a quick question, because I saw in one of your alumni shows that you said y'all didn't have Chick-fil-A because y'all had Subway. What else have you noticed that has changed?
Everything has changed here. And that's what I love about this for you guys now. I love what Chancellor Allison is doing. I love what all the faculty and staff is doing here for you guys. Like, this campus is beautiful, you know what I'm saying? How they're upgrading it. I think that's one thing that I love about it, you know what I mean? With the Chick-fil-A that was being brought here that's finna move across the street.
But yeah,
you know what I mean? I love the Chick-fil-A, you know what I'm saying? And again, maybe it's because y'all see it every day. You know what I mean? Because when we was in school, all we had was a Subway over here. I was like, man, I'm tired of these little 3 cookies, man, for $1. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no more Subway, you know? But it was, because our Subway was like right over there where the cafeteria is at right now. It was right over to the side before you could walk into the cafeteria. Like, everything has changed. Nothing looks the same in the student center. Like, none of this was here. You know what I mean? So the upgrading of what Fayetteville State is doing, because, you know, this is the largest school in CIAA. You know,
best one.
And the best one. You know what I mean? Like, we were the second oldest, now we're the third oldest historical black college and university in the state of North Carolina, and the second oldest public school. You know what I mean? So with Shaw being founded in 1865, and what's the one? Barbara Scotia being back now. They was in 1867, so they pushed us back to being number 3. And Elizabeth City at number 4. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of history here at the 1200 block. You know what I mean? Emergency Road. So in this community, like I said, I'll go back to this community. We have been standing behind Fayetteville State for years. I remember being, like I said, a young kid and coming to these homecomings where us as little kids would be on the sideline playing our own personal football game. You know what I'm saying? Like, as the game is going on. I felt like that was like one of them times, like that was memories. You know what I mean? So many friends I lost. Some, you know, died. Some people got killed. Some people moved on in life. You know what I mean? But as kids, that's how we grew up in Fayetteville. Parks and Rec.
Now we're at the Super Bowl.
You know what I'm saying?
Now we're seeing the really change.
I mean, let's talk about it. Let's put it on the table. I mean, let's talk about Josh Williams. You know what I mean? Walked in, 4th round pick. You know what I mean? From Fayetteville State. Walked in the league. Been in the league 2 years. Got 2 Super Bowl rings.
Already.
Come on, where the parade at? We need one.
We didn't need a Deion Sanders meeting that we just had. Work ethic.
Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I don't think people understand how major that is. The kid is from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Didn't go out to no Carolina, no Duke, no Wake Forest. He decided to say, you know, I'm going to take my talents right here to the house. To the 1200 block Emergency Road. See what I'm saying? Gets drafted. Not just sitting on the bench. The boy getting some playing time. Was wearing number 23. You know, for you to get a single digit number, you got to be like that.
Like him. Like really.
You got to be him. So he must be him. So he rocking number 2 out. He got that big deuce on his back.
Right.
And he got what? 2 deuces on his finger. Come on, man. Tell him stop playing with Josh, man. We got 2 rings out here. 2 Super Bowl rings, though. 2. And honestly, I'm going to put it on the table right now because I play ball, I know football. He finna get some more.
Already.
He finna get some more. Patrick Mahomes is like the next best thing coming in since Tom Brady.
Right.
And that's his quarterback. See what I'm saying? And Andy Reid is your coach.
Right.
Andy ain't never been no loser.
Right.
Andy was winning when he was with Philadelphia, and now he's winning with Kansas City.
Right. But what they didn't know is that Fayetteville don't bring no losers either. So
Talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we've won CIAA football championships when I was in school. When I got out of school, I was calling the football games we won one that year. You know what I'm saying? I think 2008 or 2009 was one of them years. Don't mark me on it. Like, we got rings.
Right. We got the proof to show it.
We got the proof.
We got the movies to show it now.
We got the movies. Like, come on, man. Junkyard Dog played football here.
Right.
He died June 1st, 1998. June 1st was my birthday, so that's why I was remember that. Junkyard Dog was from Wadesboro, North Carolina. Played football here. I think he won like number 69. He was a WWE wrestler. Like, Junkyard Dog was one of them guys in wrestling, WWF. Everybody knew Junkyard Dog.
Right.
But nobody knew he went to Fayetteville State.
So do you think we need to be better promoting that we're coming from HBCUs?
Yeah! You gotta let folks know. What come through these walls,
Right.
I'm telling you, through this village, it's a lot that come about this village.
Right.
Kenny Haywood got his jersey retired over here. Over here in the Cable Arena.
Yeah.
This is a neighborhood guy, you know what I mean? Kenny grew up here with me.
Right.
I was a true freshman in high school. When Kenny was a senior and was running down the court and everybody knew he was finna dunk and the whole gym stands up.
Right. In awe.
I'm a little guy, a little freshman. I'm talking about everybody in the gym stands up when Kenny has the ball in his hand. That's some weird stuff to me. I don't see that in basketball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so when he get the ball, everybody. I'm like, what? And I'm like, yo, this is amazing because this is. And see him come over here and put up numbers and break records over here at Fayetteville State and get his jersey retired. You know the other? What's the other basketball? Come on.
He played for the Magic?
He played for the Orlando Magic. What's his name? Daryl.
Yeah,
See that? You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you go find it. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to give you all this. I'm telling you. We got more people. We got a guy by the name of Nicholas. He on what? Fuddruckers.
Oh, for Whataburgers and yeah, I'm lost here. That's it.
Nicholas Perkins. Perkins Management. Another E. Smith graduate, 1999. Started off, had nothing. I know him personally.
Right.
Had nothing. Millionaire. Gave Fayetteville State $1 million. Had nothing, but you came back and gave $1 million.
Right.
So I seen you come from nothing to building. Like, Fayetteville State has people that came through these walls that have made a major impact on the United States of America.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you don't mark, there's a lady that came through here that was working for the president who used to go to school here. You know what I mean? And I think she worked, I don't know if it was one of the earlier Bushes, you know what I'm saying? The first Bush. But she graduated from Fayetteville State.
Right.
Like, we have people that have come through here, you know what I'm saying? Like, have done major things.
The Howards, the Aggies, all that, and I be like,
and there's so much respect to them, but I'm tired.
Yeah, but it's Broncos. Like,
Yeah.
it really is. Really
Listen here, if there's one thing people in Los Angeles, California know, they know about Fayetteville State University.
Really?
I wear, man, you better look me up. I wear t-shirts. I wear. I don't wear the same. Matter of fact, I had 3 different shows, like on 3 different occasions, and wore the same Fayetteville State shirt just on stage at all 3 shows, just cause, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The same, it was a black Fayetteville State shirt. When I was at the movie premiere, I'll show you the picture. With Uncle Russ, we take a picture on his phone. That's how Afion knew it was me, because he seen the Fayetteville State.
Yeah.
Got you do that, it's branding.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's branding, because somebody over there gonna ask, well, Fayetteville State, when I had on the Broncos, I got on the jacket that got Broncos across the front. And people was like, you a Denver Broncos fan? No, I'm a Fayetteville State University fan.
Yeah.
Fayetteville State University? Oh, yes, in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's on the 1200 block of Mercer Road, that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then they get to looking it up. Oh man, what's the name when here? You know what I mean? Y'all just had somebody to go to the NFL. Like, yeah.
Where did it like?
no matter where I'm at, we gonna promote Fayetteville State and E.E. Smith. You know what I mean?
So to wrap all of this up,
Talk to
this
me.
is something I just want to know one question. If you could sum it up for yourself, who is Danny Ragland behind the titles, the achievements? What values or principles do you hold dear, and how do they influence your actions and decisions? If you could sum that up, it's like one good statement.
Danny Rag, at the end of the day, is one loyal person and one loyal individual. I'm gonna be loyal to the cause. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you my all. When the lights cut off and the curtains is pulled back, what you're getting is somebody that's genuine.
Right.
Somebody's that's gonna love on you. That's gonna give you love. No matter what you need help with, we're gonna figure out a way to help you. We're gonna figure out a way to be there for you. That's just who I am.
Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you.